Today we're going to learn how to facilitate the Party Planner game. The Party Planner game is a workshop activator, so that means you should use it at the beginning of your sessions to grab people's attention and get them engaged in what you're about to teach. You'll also hear this game referred to as yes and, yes but. It was taught to me by a professor at Stanford, but it comes from improv comedy, and a lot of improv troupes use this game to help encourage creative thinking on stage. So here's how it works. As a facilitator, you start off by saying, we're going to play a quick game. And the people in your session should be in groups of 3 to 6 people. And you tell them that their job is to plan a party together. But the rule that they have to follow is that whenever someone makes a suggestion, someone else in the group has to respond with yes, but, and a reason why it's a bad suggestion. So here's an example. Somebody would say, let's have our party on a beach. And somebody else would have to respond saying, yes, but sand will get in the food. And there are plenty of other examples we could give, but the main idea is that when somebody says a suggestion, somebody else has to say yes, but, and a reason why it's not a great suggestion. So you're going to do this for 1 to 2 minutes until you see people kind of getting the hang of it. They're going to find it a little awkward at first, but eventually it's going to catch on and it'll start to work better. So then you stop them and say, okay, we're going to change it up. And whenever someone makes a suggestion, someone else has to respond with yes and build on that suggestion. So here's the example for this scenario. Someone says, let's have a party on the beach, and someone else responds with, yes, and let's play beach volleyball. Somebody else responds, yes, and let's have free food, and let's go surfing, and you keep building on that situation by saying yes, and. So again, you do this for 1 to 2 minutes, and then it's time to debrief the activity and move forward to the rest of your workshop. So you ask the group, what did you feel during the first part of the game? And take a few responses. Usually people will say things like negative, there were no ideas, we were combative, we didn't work together. So you take in those responses, and then you say, okay, and what did you feel during the second part of the game when we were saying yes and? And usually you'll get responses like, it was positive, we had lots of ideas, it was supportive, I felt like we were working as a team. So taking all those responses, you'll hear the difference between the two games. And it's very apparent that there is a difference. And this works. I've done this probably 50 times, and it works every time. That's why it's one of my favorite activators. So then finally, you're going to debrief the activity. And it's up to you what message you want your participants leaving with, but I like to debrief about creative culture. So I'll often say something like, I think this game says a lot about creative culture. A culture of yes but is negative, and a culture of yes and is positive. It encourages possibility. So as leaders and as community members and peers and teammates, you have to think about what kind of culture you're creating. And then I'll wrap it up and say, as we go forward today and we do more activities, we want to make sure we're encouraging a culture of yes and. So we can encourage people to participate and share their ideas in a positive environment. And that's how I like to wrap up that activity. So in the end, it really only takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes to run this activator. It gets people interested and engaged in what's about to happen. Cool. So that's it. If you have any more questions about how to use this activator or anything else workshop related, send me an email or reply in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.